the CEO unexpectedly ran into his pale-looking ex-wife at the hospital. He recalled how she had been having nosebleeds the last time they met, so he approached her to ask why she had come to the hospital. But before he could speak, the scheming woman clung to his arm and proudly invited the ex-wife to their upcoming wedding, as if declaring her territory. The ex-wife spotted the medical report in her hand and forced a smile through her tears, wishing them happiness before turning to leave. What she didn't see was the CEO standing there, watching her back for a long time. Just then, he overheard two doctors talking, and that's when he heard her name, along with the news that her brain cancer was at a late stage, and the surgery had a very low success rate. It was in that moment that he realized the years of misunderstanding had caused him to lose the woman he truly loved. 5 years ago, she had always been helping him, and he had already fallen deeply in love with her. On her birthday, his confession of love was the first time she ever felt truly cherished. To escape her troubled family, she agreed to marry him right then and there. But shortly after the wedding, her mother came demanding $1 million, claiming her father was seriously ill. With no other option, she turned to her husband for help, but her request accidentally triggered his trauma. From years of being surrounded by greedy women, he instantly became suspicious and resentful, and in a moment of anger, he pushed her away. His assistant walked in at the worst possible time, forcing the CEO to awkwardly throw a coat over his wife, before coldly tossing $1 million card at her and demanding a divorce. What he didn't see was that she didn't look happy at all receiving the money. Trying to cut all ties, she soon found out she was pregnant. Unwilling to terminate the pregnancy, she decided to raise the child on her own, while agreeing to shared custody with the CEO. But for 5 long years, she raised the child alone, despite frequent dizzy spells. When she finally went to the hospital, she was diagnosed with late-stage brain cancer. Though the doctor urged surgery, she refused, because she needed to keep working to support her child. With only some painkillers, she left the hospital. Later that day, she went to pick up her child from preschool, but unexpectedly ran into the CEO. It wasn't even his scheduled visitation day, but she stepped aside, not wanting the child to be embarrassed in front of others. Watching them from behind the fence, she suddenly felt empty. As they left together, she pulled out her diary, but a sharp pain in her head caused her to forget what she was doing. The next day, the CEO returned with the child, but what happened next stunned her. The scheming woman had secretly taken advantage of a medical checkup to run a paternity test between the CEO and the child. The result showed there was no biological relation. The woman was confused and heartbroken, because she had been with no one else, but the CEO believed she had betrayed him, and that he had unknowingly raised someone else's child. From the rearview mirror, he saw the child's sad expression, and remembered the sweet moments they'd shared. But the DNA test haunted him, so he drove away. Unbeknownst to him, everything was part of the scheming woman's plan. Back home, the child comforted the woman, telling her not to cry. Looking at the kind child, her love and guilt deepened, especially after the doctor told her, without surgery, she had only 6 months left. Worried about the child's future, and the absence of a father, a sudden dizzy spell hit her again, but she endured it, took a pill to ease the pain, and after gently putting the child to bed, she made a firm decision. She had to go find the CEO for the child's sake.